Mrs. Dole is out of control. Chapter 2. Ryan's mom is weird. Wow, Ryan's mom is the new PTA president. Congratulations, Mrs. Dole, said Mr. Klutz. I'm sure you'll do a great job. Mr. Klutz had to go to a meeting, so he left Ryan's mom to watch us. This little star thing is called an asterisk. What a dumb word. They should just call it a star. See the asterisk? Mrs. Dole looked a lot like Ryan, except that she's a lady and old. When she walked into our class, Ryan hid under his desk. I couldn't blame him. That's what I would do if my mom walked into class. Parents should never come to the class, unless it's your birthday and they're bringing cupcakes for everybody. That's the first rule of being a kid. Wow, the president of the PTA is important, I whispered to Ryan. That's almost like being president of the United States. Ryan slid further under his desk. Andrea crossed her arms and said, Whenever somebody crosses their arms and says, it means they're mad. Nobody knows why. Good morning, said Mrs. Dole. Are you kids excited about the end of school? Yes, said all the boys. No, said all the girls. Are you excited about moving up to 3rd grade? Mrs. Dole asked. Yes, said all the girls. No, said all the boys. I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice to give presents to Mrs. Daisy? Said Mrs. Dole. She worked so hard for all of you. What would you like to give her? I'll give her a skateboard, I said. That's what you want, Arlo, Andrea said, rolling her eyes. Try to think of something Mrs. Daisy would want, Mrs. Dole said. What does she like more than anything? Flowers, suggested Neil the nude kid. Shoes, said Michael. Suddenly, I got the greatest idea in the history of the world. Bonbons, I shouted. Yeah, bonbons, everybody agreed. Bonbons are yummy chocolate treats. Mrs. Daisy eats them all the time. Well, not when she's taking the shower. That would be weird. She told us that she can eat a whole box of bonbons in one sitting. Everybody thought giving Mrs. Daisy bonbons was a great idea. Neil the nude kid said, I should get the Nobel Prize. That's the prize they give out to people who don't have bells. Okay, your homework is to buy a present for Mrs. Daisy and bring it to school tomorrow, Mrs. Dole said. Any questions? Are we going to get more homework in 3rd grade? Asked Emily. I'm not sure, Mrs. Dole said. Next year you'll learn the multiplication tables, and you're going to learn all about... Mrs. Dole didn't get the chance to finish her sentence because that's when the strangest thing in the history of the world happened. She started crying. You kids are growing up so fast, Mrs. Dole blubbered. I can hardly believe that my little baby Ryan is going to be a 3rd grader. It seems like only yesterday he was in diapers. Everybody looked at Ryan, who was still hiding under his desk. You wore diapers yesterday? I asked him. Mrs. Dole continued, I remember when all my baby Ryan could say was goo goo gaga, and all he could do was pee. I had to wipe his little bottom for him, and now look at him. Everybody looked at Ryan. Mrs. Dole grabbed a tissue from Mrs. Daisy's desk and blew her nose into it. Into the tissue, that is. Blowing your nose into the desk would be weird. I'm sorry I get so emotional over my baby, she said, and she ran out the door. Is she gone? Ryan asked. Yeah, you can come out from under your desk now, Michael said. Your mom is weird, I told Ryan. I know, he replied. She goes overboard a lot. She jumps out of boats, I asked. That is really weird. There were no grown-ups in the room, so I got up and shook my butt at the class. Some of the kids laughed. Then me, Michael, and Neil teased Ryan for all that peeing he did when he was a baby. That's what all babies do, Arlo, Andrea said. Well, I'm never having a baby, I told her. You can't have a baby, Arlo, Andrea said. You're a boy. Whew, that was a relief. If babies just pee all day, I wouldn't want one anyway. We had to stop talking about peeing because guess who came into the room at that very second? It was Mrs. Daisy.